being a yes waiting to happen and bringing to all of our conversations, let's look at what's possible here. What's possible here? So being powerful, we took on the practice of producing extraordinary results through communication that is free of force. Free of force. This creates a whole new world, doesn't it? We then saw that we are pretty darn ordinary when it comes to confronting fear. We saw that we had this idea that courageous people aren't afraid. And then we saw that if they weren't afraid, they would not need
Mom,
courage.
she's actually wrong. I proved her wrong right now.
And we then took on the practice of
She said,
acknowledging
courageous people are not afraid.
we're scared.
Courageous people could be afraid jumping off a cliff. They could be afraid but she just said they're not afraid.
Right, they're afraid, they feel it, but they do it anyway. But you're right, so yeah, good call.
And be bigger than they know themselves to be. I love that. And people will love that around us. So we took on courage to our commitment to ourselves, to people, and to getting the job done. And again, as I was preparing this distinction of session 7 to deliver today, I was so struck by connecting the dots of all of these practices that you and I are at work on. I saw the opportunity in our community event to practice each of these distinctions. Courage to make a difference, powerful requests and invitations, and, honoring who we are for people, and giving up rackets and complaints, standing for something bigger than ourselves, standing and there's nothing wrong, standing for something beyond the individual, which is the epitome of being extraordinary. So before we get into the distinction of last session, I want to open it up for one person to share what are you hearing newly
Should I go turn it off?
about these distinctions and what are you present to?
Thank you.
Who would like to share? Miss Tiffany, we haven't heard from you. Remember to press star star.
Group 11, I can share.
Okay.
This is my group 11, I can share.
Okay. Great. Please.
Who do you want to speak? Who do you want to speak, Crystal? Me, Mike?
Yes.
Okay.
You, Michael. Yes.
So, I'm listening to the talk, and this is the first time the discussion about how language changes and how we talk. And I know I heard that before, and I know that I've really been meditating on it and thinking about the words that I use. But for the first time, I heard how everything has to pivot in your language to stop being ambiguous about what you want and how you want to get there and what you're asking of people and what your expectations are. And that can only happen when you use the integrity part of what you do, showing up, being on time, doing the things you say you're going to do. Once that changes, then your language changes. And I think, I've been trying to change my language and doing the best with my integrity. But see how I just said that? Doing the best with? That's so passive. And the way and how I decide I'm going to do something, right? So I need to learn. I'm going to change that about how I talk. And I'm going to make it a commitment to change that today. I want to speak more clearly about what I want, exactly what I want, when I want it. And I think I know that will make a difference, and that's where I'm headed. So you can see I'm working on it. It takes time because, I've been taught for years to be passive, to not say these things because it'll upset the boss or it'll make my girlfriend angry or, heaven forbid, it upset somebody from my family. So everything I say is passive and kind of maybe and, not so sure so that I leave space for them to talk. Instead, I need to leave the space up to them. I need to just say what I want, make the space for myself, and then they'll
something coming out of your mouth. Michael was a great demonstration of this. You want to stop yourself? What? I said myself. You know, I said doing my best. What I really meant. This shall be. Completely different domain. It's a new world. So that's awesome. And then I really want to acknowledge you for being cause matter. I can hear that you have just shifted from having backdoors in your speaking and hearing to being cause of the matter of speaking exactly what it is you intend to say. That's extraordinary, Michael. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yep. Back to you, Tiffany. I just want to give you a chance to share if you would. I know you have a little bit. Would you share what you just got? Remember to press star star.
Hello, Crystal.
Hi.
Hi, this is Catherine from Group 7. Sorry to interrupt you. I know you were speaking. Can you hear me?
Sure, I can.
Sorry, I didn't know the star star was the way to get off of mute, so for the longest time I was trying to let you know I'm covering for Sid today for Group 7, and I just heard you say the star star, so I apologize. I can't let you know earlier. I just want you to know that I'm here for Group 7.
Thank you. Thank you, Kat. While you're on the phone, why don't you share what you just got from the last, from the practices we just went over?
Yes, from the last session or the practices, or kind of a little bit both.
The practices from everything before session 7, everything I just went over.
So that includes being powerful. So for me, what I was really paying attention to was in being powerful, what you said about closing the back door, I found myself deleting sentences in emails or in text messages where I leave that kind of back door open, and I realized that it's not it's not a powerful way of speaking, and I do it at work as well. And it's almost like an act I'm playing, kind of like, or it's a way of, at work it's more of an act where I'm trying to act nice, but it's really not a powerful way of being. And sometimes with others that I care about, it's more like, I want to give them that outlet in case they don't want to, interact with me or something. But it's not a powerful way of being, and that's what I noticed where I'll start deleting that part. And, that's not how I want to speak.
Yeah, it's not what you're committed to.
No.
And how great is this?
Yeah, it's very easy to get back into that. Let's say if I'm not in a seminar, and I'll go back into that because that's kind of how I'm naturally, used to being. So, and I really don't like it. It's just not observation, keep that out.
Oh, Kat, thank you. It really is so familiar. It's like automatic. It doesn't take anything to just talk wishy-washy and create backdoors and not be accountable, and it takes nothing. We have been trained. Michael pointed to that. We've been trained our whole life not to be cause and the matter, but to think there's cause and effect versus being cause. Beautiful. Kat, thank you. Thank you so much for sharing. Okay, Tiffany, I'm sorry if you were having a hard time getting off mute. I'm going to move on. Okay, so I'm going to create this next distinction from our last session, the way it was delivered at our community event, for those of you who were not there. So in our last session, we distinguished the difference between being successful and being extraordinary. Consider that being successful doesn't necessarily mean we're being extraordinary. Let's look at being successful. Have you ever noticed that very often successful people are no more satisfied than people who are less successful? See, often what happens is successful people accomplish what they set out to accomplish, and then they get to the end and they say, is this all there is? So in this seminar, we're looking at what's possible beyond being successful. So consider that being successful is a function of what you do. Being successful is a function of what you have, right? What you do or have. While being extraordinary is a function of who you are and who you're being. And they're worlds apart. So let's look at what it is that has people be extraordinary. See, the truth is,
Can you go turn off Crystal's lights?
Nobody's got
Right here,
somebody
this
but
one,
you.
and then her bedroom too.
Yeah.
What
So
makes
wasteful, huh?
people extraordinary is that
If you can,
somewhere
Papa,
in
if
the
you can.
course of their life, they invent a possibility and give themselves to that possibility. And that possibility gives them a future to live into, a purpose, joy, self-expression.
I'm still versing Caleb in the same round.
Not from a place of identity like Crystal, right? Cat, Sid, but self. You know that self that when it speaks, it connects to all others? When you are purpose-driven and you are up to something and you invent this possibility and give yourself to it, you have an experience of living an extraordinary life. And you and I can do that everywhere. We can create being extraordinary in our families, being extraordinary in our careers. Just imagine walking into the office and having an experience of being extraordinary and causing a matter of altering your environment. So you can create it in communication. You can create it in relationships. So here's the question. If being extraordinary is available to all of us, then what is it that limits us in being extraordinary? It's available to all of us, but you want to notice, most of us aren't being that. So what is it that limits us in being extraordinary? Well, let's look at the masters. You know who the masters are? Young kids.
Oh, let's see. They're talking about you.
Kids are not working on being extraordinary. They just are.
Let's see.
Kids don't need success. Why? Because they live an extraordinary life. They are up for the challenge of life. They complete one game and they're on to the next. They are free to be and they are at risk in life. And we can't get to bed at night. They have no idea why adults push the snooze alarm, right? Kids are just extraordinary. Now we used to be like that.
Are you extraordinary, baby?
What is it?
Yeah, very.
Very.
So here's one possible view. You consider it's the past that limits us from living an extraordinary life. Kids don't have a past. They're just right here, right now in the present. And look at how free they are in their bodies. Oh my gosh. I'm just thinking about this 7-year-old I met the other night. Flailing his arms, happy as can be, free to be, free to act. What happened to us? You consider the past is what limits us from being free. The past is what limits us from an extraordinary life. And I want to drive this point home for us with a short exercise. Close your eyes for a moment. Recall a recent time when you were upset. Susan, I was just thinking about you and your sister, right? So recall a recent time when you were upset. Visualize that